Yes, it's Star Wars, everybody. May the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day. You know, this is one of my major holidays this year. It's when where while I'm working, I'll put on the Star Wars movies, have them on in the background. Made it almost all the way through Return of the Jedi today as I try and tell my wife, don't. She's coming over here. Will she step over? She did it. I love Star Wars. Shared a lot of it with my wife, Jennifer, who's here with me.
Hello, everyone.
The Princess Leia to my Han Solo. And I'm very excited for all of you who are in here. There are people who are saying they don't know anything about Star Wars. There are people who are the Force flow through you. Because your eyes, they can deceive you. First Star Wars film. See, I told you probably would know this. You getting that one right? Well done. 3% of you said the umpire who officiates baseball games. And then the vampire. No space vampires that we've seen so far, at least in the to speak of. There is a guy who like a devil vampire kind of guy. Now, both Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi tell Luke that his father Anakin was a brilliant pilot and Jedi who was betrayed and murdered by the Dark Lord of the Sith, who turned out to be Luke's dad. Darth Vader is the answer. Yes, 98% of you knew that Darth Vader is Luke's father. That was the big spoiler from the summer of 1980 when it was revealed in Empire Strikes Back, we had a brutal question about that very moment in the film years ago. It was a real tough one, but you guys didn't have any trouble with this one. You got it right. I always thought Obi-Wan lied to Luke and told him that Darth Vader murdered and betrayed his father, and then later on Obi-Wan's like, it's true from a certain point of view. Come on, Obi-Wan, cut the crap, which is what we're going to do. We're moving right into question number 3. You get 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is your question. In the Star Wars universe, what are robots called? Droids, doohickeys, or whatchamacallits? What do they call those robots in Star Wars? Do you know the answer? They had their own cereal. They had their own series with this name. Now, they come in all shapes and sizes. Some speak millions of languages, while others just say, gonk. And no matter what they do, they're all called droids. Droids is the answer. 99% of you getting that one right. Well done. Who could forget that classic scene on the Jawa Sandcrawler with all the different droids, including the GNK power droid, the one that goes gonk, gonk. There's one that looks like a weird mannequin that's come to life. Very bizarre. We'll never forget it. Question number 4 is something that I think you might remember. Let's find out. It's worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is your question. In 2018, Disney released a standalone prequel centered around which character? Is it Malakili, Jabba the Hutt, or Han Solo? Got his very own movie. Do you remember? Did you see it when it was in the theater? It was a production that was plagued with issues. The original writers and directors left over creative differences, and Ron Howard stepped in to finish the lot of fun. It's worth checking out if you haven't seen it. Phoebe Waller-Bridges of Fleabag fame plays a droid in that, and just a fantastic movie all around. Have fun. Ron Howard did it. He hasn't steered you wrong. He's Ron Howard. Come on. All right, let's move on to question number 5. It is worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here is your question. What is the term for a Jedi in training? Is it a Padawan, a paddy wagon, or a Paddington? Dipping into the prequels now for a little bit of Star Wars lore. See if you know this one. Now, we didn't get to see the Jedi in their glory until 1999's The Phantom Menace, which introduced us to Jedi society, including the braided apprentices known as Padawan. Padawan is the answer. 98% of you getting that one right. You remember they had a shaved head and a weird rat tail. That's what Obi-Wan looks like when we first see him. He's played by Ewan McGregor. And then by the end of that movie, a young Jake Lloyd sporting the same haircut, which Hayden Christensen then had to wear in Attack of the Clones. But listen, I didn't came here to praise the prequels, not bury them. We're here to move on to question number 6. It is worth a bonus SB if you get it right. Here is your question. An ice cream maker or Star Wars toys? This is a little known little bit of lore, or maybe a very well known piece of lore. Who knows? Now, Star Wars fans notice everything, including the extra who's running around Cloud City with some household equipment under his arm like it's space stuff. Come on, we can tell it's just an ice cream maker, Wilro Hood. Yes, it was revealed to be a safe in The Mandalorian, but ice cream maker is the answer. 34% of you getting that one right. Look up Wilro Hood. Do a Swagbucks search and then check the images. You will see him running around with a whole ice cream maker under his arm. And then they later on established it was a safe, but that is the answer. 66% of you out on that one. I need you to come back in, and you are doing that in record numbers. Already 2/3 of the people who are out have come back in. That means over 14,000 of you still vying for a piece of a $1,000 grand prize. And Wilro Hood, so popular, fun fact, that he got his own official action figure because the fans demanded it. You would never have heard that name unless you were a huge Star Wars fan, and now you can go to a store and buy him off the shelf. His toy is there. Let's move on away from Wilro Hood and his ice cream maker to question number 7. It is worth a bonus SB if you get it right. What does he do? He's a literal clone of his daddy, Jango Fett. And as a Mandalorian, he does what all Mandalorians do. He is a bounty hunter, and a good one at that. He does his job extremely well. 95% of you knew that. You remember Boba Fett when he showed up in Empire Strikes Back? And then for as good as he is, how does he meet his end? He gets bumped, and his jetpack sends him into a ship, and then he falls into a pit. But is that the end of him? Read the books. Apparently not. He survives. And if you watch The Mandalorian, you know all about their society now. Great series. Highly recommend it. We'll talk about that later, though. We got to move on right now into question number 8. It is worth a bonus SB if you get it right. Here is your question. In The Phantom Menace, who discovers Anakin Skywalker? Is it Yoda, Qui-Gon Jinn, or umpires? Sorry, the Sarlacc. Was it the Sarlacc in the pit of Carkoon? Now, believing that Anakin is the one who will bring balance to the Force, this Jedi defies the Council's order not to train him. So thank you, Qui-Gon Jinn, for all that Vader mess. It's your fault. You should have left well enough alone. 78% of you knew that one. 18% going with Yoda. And he was all like, train him, you will not. But he still did it anyway. He said, listen, I'll take the heat. Then what happens? He gets killed by Darth Maul. Obi-Wan's got to take over. And we all know how that ended. Not well for Obi-Wan. Not well for Darth Vader, but well for all of us because we got a lot of entertainment out of it. We had our friends rejoin us who are going to do so. The rest of you playing along for those bonus SB. Let's move into our second to last question. Worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Question number 9. Who was the composer for all 9 of the Skywalker Saga movies? Was it John Williams, Biggie Smalls, or Weird Al Yankovic? I've been to Weird Al's house, and it's very nice. He's responsible for some of the most memorable movie themes, and you can spend hours just debating which of his Star Wars themes is the best. He is John Williams, the great John Williams. 99% of you got that right. That means 10,753 of you are moving on into our final question. Well done. If you've had fun playing this game, whether you love Star Wars or not, I bet you've had a good time. So tell your friends about it. We're all at home now. We don't have anywhere to go. Share the joy of trivia and winning some money with them. Go to the main menu after this game, click the Get More Rejoins button, and then share that link. When people sign up using it, you get a free rejoin, and that ain't nothing. It's a free rejoin, folks. That is the predominant currency outside of SB in this game. It is the secondary currency, is what I would say. And listen, there is no better way to celebrate Star Wars Day than by finally getting your subscription to Disney Plus. You get the entire Skywalker saga. You get The Mandalorian, which is fantastic. You get Clone Wars. You get a new documentary series. And even if you aren't a Star Wars fan, you're going to find something there that brings out the kid in you. Jennifer and I started watching Prop Culture this weekend. It just debuted, I think, on Friday. It's magnificent. And right now, I have a great deal for you. If you bundle your streaming source for all things Star Wars and Disney with Hulu and ESPN Plus for just $12.99 per month, then you will get 1,000 SB. So do that. Take care of yourself. Enjoy this premium entertainment for 3 different sources for $13 a month. You have to be a U.S. player to take advantage of this offer, but you're getting 1,000 SB for it, which means for next to nothing, you are getting to check out some of the best entertainment. The Disney Plus alone is worth it. Cannot stress that enough. But folks, we are here. We have made it to the final question of this game. We have 10,775 warriors who X-Wing. One of these ships is not like the other. One of these ships just isn't the same. Now, there are a lot of different ships in the Star Wars universe, but this one is from the other big pop culture space franchise. Star Trek is home to the Enterprise. That was the answer I was looking for. 10,322 of you knew that answer, and you are splitting our grand prize. The Force is so strong with everybody who played today, but specifically all of you who are taking home 10 SB as part of that grand prize, plus the bonuses you earned along the way. Alberto J. Cabrera, you did it. Vicky, Biff, Flower, Kesha M. Rocky, and so many others are all taking home a piece of that grand prize today. And you're getting your SB. So what do you do with those? You redeem them for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. Folks, I'm proud of everybody who won. Thanks for playing along with us. Swagbucks Live fun. And until then, watch a Star Wars movie, people. They're really good.